at one point he like zoomed in on Adam, who was like looking because Adam wasn't talking.
That's what I saw too. I see his clips about.
And then he zoomed in at Adam, who Adam was not even looking at the screen. He was probably looking at a monitor. But he's like, who the fuck is this guy?
See how it brings Jordan? They know about zoom-ins. They know. So when people see this, they go, oh, he's zooming in. I'll tell you this. We got a lot of Kevin Brennan talking about us. I'm not sure what to think about him.
I know.
Although, let's play some of that. Kevin Brennan. Is he taking this personally? Is he twisted? Is he kind of Kumia's little bitch now? You know, he ran back to Kumia. Remember, we covered all this Kumia, Dave Landau, Kevin Brennan stuff. Kevin is, of course, Neil Brennan's younger, cuter brother. He lives out in New York. He's got a family. You know, I like to preface this. I don't even like to say this because this sounds like you're some sort of regular show making excuses here when I say we got no beef with Kevin or something like that. Because other shows, you hear that all the time. Oh, we got no problem with this guy, but then let me just tell you what I think about. You got a problem. You know, technically, of course I have a problem with him. He's not free to be, but he's not like one of these guys I'm targeting and he needs to be stopped and let's get him. We would love to have him on this show on our last episode on Scarsclub. Have you joined that club yet, Jules? Scarsclub?
I haven't got around to it.
redbarradio.net/Scarsclub. Support this show. Don't just freeload. Support the show. It's very cheap. It's very reasonable, and you get a lot for your money at the Scarsclub. Please support the show. Make the right decision today. But on that last episode, I think we almost did 10 hours on the last episode, by the way. Hopefully we could beat that record today. We begged for Kevin Brennan to call in. Call in, I say. And he ignored the messages. He ignored Jules' personal messages to him. He ignored the fans screaming and barking at him. Kevin, call in. And we're going to hear why today he decided to ignore those demands. And he's got a pretty good excuse. He's actually got the most reliable excuse I've ever heard. Do we have that tape here?
Yep, it's at the top.
All right, wait till you hear this. This is Neil Brennan's brother, so I'm just as good. I basically co-created that Chappelle show now. That's how I look at it. If I'm connected to somebody who's connected to the guy from Chappelle show, then I'm part of that Chappelle show. That's how I feel. I've always felt like that. Who was it where something happened? I'm like, I'm basically on HBO's Girls because of this. Anything that ties me to anything, I feel like I'm part of now. I feel like I was part of this whole election cycle because I know Gavin. I feel like I was a part of Howard Stern coming up because I know Cumia. You see how that works? That's how I interpret it. Anybody else? Kevin Brennan can't stop bringing us up, and there's a lot of this here. Where do we start here today? No. This is not it. All I got here are two time codes floating in the damn water and an in hot water link.
Wait, what? Scroll up. The link should be right.
No, I got nothing there.
On mine, the link is.
All right, well, figure it out, Jules, and get back to us here today.
I sent it to you in a text.
Here's the text here. She's going to bring up here. Welcome to. Yeah, it's not really going to work here like this. Let me restart. Yeah, I know. Look, Jules, look what it said here. It doesn't let me use that link. So I'm going to restart this program here. Hold on a sec, and we'll see if we sync up now. I know it's very embarrassing for you when stuff like this happens on the show.
For you.
And
Mine's fine.
Comes out of my pocket here. It doesn't matter if yours is fine. Okay, here we go. It's here now. This is beautiful. So this is from Kevin Brennan's talk show. He's got a talk show. He's got about 50 talk shows. Again, I make these little comments. I really am trying to explain how this not the same. It's not the same. We're not going after Kevin Brennan. But he should really decide to come on this show. And today the offer still stands. And maybe hopefully during the show I could re-explain myself and he'll hear that or somebody will tell him and they'll go, oh, Kevin, I understand. And you're right to think the way you did. But this guy, he's sincere. He just wants to talk. Please, Kevin. Please just speak to him. Please do that. Here it is. Kevin Brennan berates David Landau and Bob Kelly. We're going to start at 40-20. 40-20. Look at that. All right. And let's see what he says here about us. It's one of these pop-up shows again on Zoom. You got some great-looking guys here. Now, who is this guy? Is this Chad Zumach?
I think so, yes.
Every day, and I don't know who this Chad Zumach is, but every day somebody sends me an email with court papers and criminal records and police reports about this guy. I don't have the patience to look through any of this stuff, but apparently he's done it all. What did I say about that guy? Who's that Family Channel guy that we popped up on YouTube the other day? And I go, didn't he Me Too?
Atwood.
Roman Atwood. This is why you don't want to be in the news cycle for anything during this cancel culture stuff. This guy, Roman Atwood, he runs a family channel on YouTube. Have you heard of this? Where the whole family's involved and they're running around their basic house. Now, what did he get busted for?
He didn't get busted. Somebody
what did he do?
Swatted him, basically.
Oh, look at that.
Something like that.
That's even better. Somebody swatted him, and it made the Philip DeFranco show.
That's when Logan said, why can't this happen to someone like Ethan?
Sure. Now, listen to this. A month goes by, and I see this Roman Atwood on the screen. I don't know him from Adam. And I see him come on the screen, and I go, oh, yeah, didn't this guy, like, child rape someone or groom someone? That's how he's remembered by me. And you go, Mike, why would you? And then I asked, what did he do? And she goes, oh, he was just swatted. But it doesn't matter. If you're brought up on one of these Philip DeFranco style shows, if you're on T-Session, Spill Sesh, that's how I remember you. Anybody who's got any sort of, what happened to him? It all boils down to, did he rape? Did he Me Too? Did he hit a woman? Did he child groom? And you're kind of all remembered as that. Congratulations! Congratulations! And this Chad Zumach, I don't know if he got busted with a parking ticket or a rape, but it's all the same in my mind now. It's all as devious. It's all as dark. Didn't you see how that works? So here's Kevin Brennan. We got to get Kevin some new frames. Now he's talking about my frames. What's wrong? He's funny. He's a great guy. And hopefully, like Owen Benjamin, he comes around. Who's this guy here? Anyone know him on the bottom?
That guy, I think, is the original guy who mentioned you on Kevin's show. Remember this?
I've been mentioned.
A couple weeks ago.
Oh, that little... Look at this fucking nothing.
And I actually just realized I think he messaged me on Twitter.
You better not be messaging my wife, bro, on Twitter.
Is that guy's name... Hold on.
Look at this guy.
The Amazing Vito?
I thought his name was Shelled Peanut. The Amazing Vico?
Because if that's the Amazing Vito...
I'll kill myself if that's his name.
He messaged me.
I will kill myself. I really will. I can't deal with that today. The Amazing Vico is after me? Vito?
If that's him, which I'm not sure, but someone named the Amazing Vito messaged me and said, hi, Jules, hope you are well. Can I come on Red Bar?
Oh, you could come on Red Bar. Come on Red Bar. I'll stab your eyes out with something sharp.
I was one of the comics that Mike Smith sang a song
Yes, get him on the fucking show already. What are you doing here?
I just saw this.
Well, then message him now. Say Skype in now or else. Mike is furious. Look at this guy. He's picking his ears. Go ahead.
Anyways, thought it would be funny.
Oh, that's him? He said this to you?
Yes.
You spoke to my wife behind my back. Oh, you're fucked. You are fucked. I hope you like a year of hell. So let's see what they say about me in this clip.
I should message him back and ask him if he wants to come on?
Yes, of course. I want everybody on who's on TV. So here are these three fucking Momos from the Momo factory. Okay. Which is basically like... Can you believe Kevin Brennan bought some houseplants? Did he get these from thesill.com or maybe Bloomscape or Urban Agenda? Can you believe Kevin Brennan, there's a scene in his life where he picks out these houseplants and puts them there and goes, that looks good! Wait, why does Kevin Brennan have this holy rosary hanging from his wall? Look at this. It's like a woman's necklace with a cross. A rosary, by the way, is a woman's necklace with a cross. By the way, the cross is the scariest item around. And, of course, he's wearing these. This is what my plastic surgeon wears when he does laser surgery on my butt. Okay? Look at this guy with those glasses. So let's hear what they say about... Wait till you hear this. So on the last show, remember, I was telling him, get him on the phone, get him on the phone. He has the best excuse not to come on Red Bar. But we got to clear the air, and this is a giant misunderstanding. But listen to this. Very funny stuff. Love being mentioned. Love being part of it. Here you go.
You're missing out. Yeah. Oh, and also, man, I saw this on your clip. You guys were talking shit about Red Bar. Let's talk shit about Red Bar. I want to talk shit about them, so they do.
Excuse me, Skinny? This guy just said, let's talk shit about Red Bar?
He loves you, I guess.
Do you understand what would happen if you followed through with that? Look at this guy here. I mean, really, not since I was in Zany's Nashville in 1985 on a Wednesday have I seen a stand-up comic of this stature. Let's talk shit about how about I come there and I do stuff to you, your family, your friends, your accounts? You know, they don't know who I am. They don't know what I'm capable of. Imagine. And they think, they're playing with fire, these guys. It gets them off. It's almost like they mentioned Red Bar. It's like doing a sniff of coke or something. It's like doing heroin. It's like skydiving to them. You could tell they really don't want to do this, but they bring it up. It wakes them up like an adrenaline shot. They've really found, I think these comedians have found that when they mention Red Bar, it exhilarates them. They get a thrill from it, a dangerous thrill, almost like an S&M style kink to them where they're hurting themselves, but the pleasure is so sexual to them.
Look at Kevin's face.
Ah! That's what Kevin would look like if I shot him in the eye through the...
God.
Oh, wait. This is what Kevin would look like if I shot him through the eye through the glasses. Hold on. Come on. I might sue YouTube for not allowing me to... What if I did an official lawsuit to YouTube? I'm like, I tried to go back to make it look like I shot some guy through the eye, and your program froze. Denial of service. All right, let's see what they say about me. What is the time code here? 4020?
Yes.
All right. You're going to love this. And Kevin's right. This other guy, get me his name. Grand Vico?
The Vito, I think is his name. Vito.
Vito. Imagine you're in New York. Your name is fucking Vito. You should be scrubbing my shoes with a piece of newspaper or giving me a $1 slice of pizza as a peace offering.
You're missing out.
Here we go.
Yeah. Oh, and also, man, I saw this on your clip. You guys were talking shit about Red Bar. Let's talk shit about Red Bar. I want to talk shit about them, so they do a theme song for me, too. I'll play their theme song.
What?
I saw Red Bar made you a theme song for your podcast because you were shitting on them. So I want to shit on them so they make fun of...
How about instead of making you a theme song, I go to the courts and have your kids taken from you based on a lie that I come up with? Kevin gets a theme song. You say bye-bye to them kids. I bet he has kids. These type of New York guys have a kid or two. Does Rich Voss have a kid with that Bonnie McFarlane, that psycho? They Rich Voss posted a picture. He couldn't help it. He went and got some vintage stereo that's pretty sought after in the high fidelity world. And he couldn't help but post about it. It's probably the most expensive thing he's ever purchased in his life. But when trying to flex with his new stereo, he included his entire entertainment system in the photo, and sitting on top of this TV console, just because he wanted to flex, sitting on top of this TV console. Rich Voss, the comedian, here it is. So he wanted to show off this stereo, okay, and apparently, this is, audio files. I finally got my stereo system. It's a 40-year-old Marantz. Found it in a garage. Okay. Very nice find, but because he wanted to flex so bad, first of all, he exposes this TV cabinet that I wouldn't drop on my worst enemies from a 6th-story walk-up, okay? How hideous. How disturbing. It's this old. I mean, really, this is something that you would see at like a Salvation Army. It's sitting there with the price tag, $38. OBO. No one's buying it. It doesn't really stand the test of time. But up top is where the real problem starts. And I know we jumped around here. We're going to do Kevin Brennan, but we're doing Rich Voss. Here is the television. And I do consider this to be a television. Because what a vision it is. It appears to be a 37-inch to 42-inch Sanyo. Black plastic. It's got a bezel the size of my cock, which is very wide. It's got a dusty pedestal oval stand that you could crack if you put enough palm pressure on it.
It's so thick that you can see a reflection of the light on the side while you're trying to watch
you could see a reflection of Rich Voss crookedly holding his camera to take a shot of this stereo here.
But I mean, the bezel is so thick. Look at all that light it's capturing.
Yeah, everything is covered in a thick layer of schmutz and smears. And the asshole, this is my favorite part. The asshole, like the old Jewish asshole he is, he took off his little glasses and put them on the top and then backed up and futzed with his camera like this. Trying to take a picture there. He took his glasses out to work the camera. You understand how Mighty Gems that is, or that Gems A24 movie with Adam Sandler that could be? And he's got a little Roku box so that he could save money. He couldn't afford that Apple TV. Apple TV wants $199. So he gets the Roku box. This thing hasn't had an available update to its software since 2008. He's got a physical pen here. I mean, really quite the disaster. And I'm sure these speakers aren't good. They're secondhand. You could see the wear in the, this part of the speaker here. Absolutely disgusting. And if these guys need money, holler at me. I'd like to pimp their homes. I thought about buying, is it rude to buy somebody a brand new entertainment center with a TV? We were thinking about doing that with your parents. Yeah. They got a TV just like this here. Is it rude to do that? Because then it's almost like saying, like, we're so sick, we don't want to come over. You don't even have a new TV. That really mucks up a house to not have a new TV. So that's Rich Voss. Let's talk to Kevin Brennan here. He's not that amused with all this stuff that I'm doing to him. It's making him look weak. And I wasn't born to make look weak. But he's good. He's good. He's a good sport. Let's hear what he says. And again, I'm going to try to avoid this veto guy because he gets me distracted. Here you go.
My podcast, so they make me a theme song. I'll play it. I'll play it as my theme song.
Right, you can't ask someone to make you a theme song. That's not how it works. Then they won't make it.
Fuck! I fucked up.
You have to act like that'll be the worst thing that ever happened.
It'd be the worst thing.
You're absolutely awful, this amazing veto. You're absolutely awful at this. All of these groups of guys, it used to be you would have one friend in the group who was just the pick-on, scapegoat, whipping boyfriend that you could kind of just throw insults at. Now it's like there's one main guy and 7 whipping boys with no self-respect and no dignity. Listen to how this guy conducts his life here. You're sitting there. I'd like to cram that microphone through the back of your head into the wall and you're stuck. And apparently he was killed by Mike Dave. The killing stuff's coming in hard
Someone
today.
said, hold on. Yeah. Someone said, FYI, Ray DeVito lives in his...
This is Ray DeVito?
I guess.
Oh, well, come on. I've heard that name before. You called him the Amazing Vito.
I was saying that's the username of the account that messaged me.
I'm going to just go ahead and assume this is Adam Carolla, the Ace Man. Look at him. Love Kevin Brennan, love talking. That's the Ace Man, everybody.
They just wanted you to know he lives in his niece's bedroom. No joke.
He lives in his niece's bedroom. Wow. And she's in the bedroom?
Probably.
Where's she? in the belly. You know, he's got boxes that he stole from the post office to keep his stuff in. You know, this closet that I could slightly push him through. Man. All right, let's hear what these fuckers have to say. And it's going to be very enjoyable.
You have to act like that'll be the worst thing that ever happened.
That'd be the worst thing. You gotta want a theme song.
I was watching Red Bar last night. Somebody made a clip, probably Joe Exotic. And
I was watching Red Bar last night. Someone made a clip. Shout outs to the LA Clippers. Ooh, my Clippers went crazy after the last show where I said clip it all.
Mad at us?
Who's mad at us?
Oh, I thought you were talking about how they were mad at us.
Oh, they'll be fine. The Clippers went crazy. They multiplied by 60 after I said clip me like crazy. And they multiplied. The clips that are coming out are absurd now. Some of these are people just videotaping a speaker with Red Bar coming out of it. Saw one guy just videotaping his floor. There's a lot of this. This is like a clip of Red Bar now. You see me for a second, then you hear, "No, I'm good, man. I'm okay." It's like a guy at a store, and they're saying you can't film. It's really weird. I love it. And these guys are seeing the clips now. They're watching these distorted clips. And that's why I ask, if you're going to clip, please figure out how to do it in 1080p minimum. Get the frame rate right. Get that audio right. It should look just like the live stream, okay? No distorter. And because I want to impress these people. I don't want them to think I have some joke show that, because they don't even know, these old timers. They think if they see a clip of Red Bar on YouTube that it's from me. Along with half the internet. I mean, it'll literally say Red Bar fan channel not associated with Mike or Red Bar. And they'll directly talk to me in the comments. You really think? And it's like, yes, I am scanning all the comments and all the clips.
Some of the clippers respond to those comments as if they are you.
Yep.
So there's also
it's
that.
really crazy. There are more clips of me than any other podcast that exists. And I do read the comments on those, but I can't respond to them because
that would be crazy.
You can't be responding to commenters on a Clippers channel about you. But I do read them, and some of them are off according to how I want to be interpreted. All right, let's listen to these guys. Have a drink with me. We got the Ace Man. We got Chad Zumock, who, look into this, man. Apparently, every week he's hauled off to jail for some petty crime or giant crime.
At one point, he like zoomed in on Adam, who was like looking because Adam wasn't talking.
That's what I saw too. I see his clips about.
And then he zoomed in at Adam, who Adam was not even looking at the screen. He was probably looking at a monitor. But he's like, "Who the fuck is this guy?"
See how that brings joy to them? They know about zoom-ins. They know. So when people see this, they go, "Oh, that he's zooming in." I like that. I always figure they won't get it. But look at the joy it brings them. He goes, at one point he was zooming in on that, and it's like they mean to bring it up to say that it was unsatisfactory with them, but they all end up, look at the smile. He hasn't been this happy in a while. So he sees this, he sees his friends getting roasted, hearing stuff about them that he'd kill to say, but he's too weak to say. So that makes me happy. Let's hear the rest.
And does he ever chime in? And it really made me laugh. That's the problem. If you get, you don't want a guy. The problem with like, it's a fine line between like not talking too much, but like at Crowder, there's 6 white dudes like it's talking over each other. Like that stupid, you know what, dude? So I try to keep it never too many people.
Oh, yeah.
And that particular show, I think we had 5 people. So Adam's like,
that's too many. I try to keep it not too many people. That's why I kept it to 5. That's a lot. That's way too many men. I've never spoke to 5 guys at one time in my life. It's homoerotic.
I don't need to talk. Plus, also, Adam's the producer, so he doesn't really everything.
There's a producer to this.
Obliged to
well, you gave him 50 minutes of content. He talked about that 5-minute segment for like 50 minutes.
I know, and I laughed. So shout out to Red Bar for making me laugh. Like when he was shitting on Adam, I was like,
I can't believe I'm making these old men laugh. You know, just 5 years ago, I was a little kid, and these guys were full adults. Now you got Owen Benjamin, this guy, they're all laughing because I got gray hair. They think we're the same age now or something. These guys are 50, 20, 30 years older than me. I still, assume that I'm just a little kid. These guys are old guys. They shouldn't even... But I guess I'm older than them now.
Make me laugh.
I want someone to pay attention to focus on me for that
Ray,
long.
It doesn't happen if you beg for it.
Jesus Christ, I suck. I'm a piece of shit.
Wow.
Let's get back to the Dane Cook.
Imagine if I said that about myself. Oh, I suck. I'm a piece of shit. Oh, I'm down in the dumps. Look at you. Hopefully there's no family involved in you, low-life New York person. Man, New York's got some low lives living in it. These pizza guys.
Rivalry got going. This hot Dane Cook rivalry. Ray DeVito versus
once
Dane.
Ray Cook
Dude, he's got 50 gold albums of the same album behind him the whole time. It's like, dude, you know this documentary's not about you. It's about Patrice O'Neal. And it's
everything's about Dane Cook.
Okay, so they're going to get back to it here. We're going to fast forward to 48.
Yeah.
Wow,
but now that I think of it, I think the part you're talking about is in the In Hot Water clip. Which is
really?
The next clip.
Okay, well, let's do 48. Let's finish this up. No, the summoning me. He did this on his show. We listened to it. It was on his show. It was an audio version or something. The summoning.
Yeah.
It wasn't on In Hot Water.
It's in the comments of that link, though.
Oh, it is. Okay, we're going to do 48 minutes. And again, we're looking for Kevin Brennan's excuse why he won't come on the show. Hang out with me. He'll hang out with all these disasters. You'll hang out with 7 guys on Zoom. You won't hang out with the king? 48 minutes here. Let's hear this, and then we're going to dig in. We got a bunch of clips here today. 48 minutes. Here we go. Come on, Zoomox.
I feel like this part isn't that good. They just mention you again. You should go to the next link. I just realized.
We'll
it's
get
not
out
the
of
part
there.
that you're looking for.
Okay.
I think that
there we go.
Red
Goodbye.
Bar,
I just like seeing him. Here he is on In Hot Water. Okay, I'll play that first.
Sure, and then there's more. Or you can go to the clips from his podcast or in the comments. You'll see it. It's like, yeah.
This Misery Loves Company. Kevin Brennan show today. I paid $3. It's audio only. Here we go. And
well, yeah, they say
anyway, and then yesterday, Chrissy Marr calls me because I guess I'd asked Geno on the air. I said, hey, is it true that the FBI came to Compound Media because they want to talk to Chrissy Mayer?
So this is interesting. There's another little thing going on here. Kevin Brennan's out running around. You know, Chrissy Gums, big redheaded, big fat lady. I mean, really big, rotund fat lady. A lot of you guys see her from these up angle camera shots where it shows her face. It does slim her down, and then you see her cleavage. And some of you are so distorted and dry and woman hungry that you see this, and it reminds you of sex. Okay. I need a lot of guys to. I don't think guys understand this. A lot of women, you don't necessarily think they're hot. You don't necessarily like them. They remind you of sex, maybe. And then you're too stupid to figure out, oh, well, I don't like her, but, oh, yeah, she reminds me that sex is available, and now my mind's going into that realm. There are people out there, and believe me, there are thousands of them out there, and some people in the Bring Back group we've even caught, they think Chris is sexy. It sparks horniness in them. It makes them start going down that sexual avenue. She is 300 pounds. She's got gums the size of the Sears Tower. She's got a receding hairline and I mean, really, She's a disaster. So for you to lend your feelings, your horniness to a person like that, it's a disgrace towards all of humanity. And she gets off on it. She knows when she puts that camera 60 feet into the air, angled down with the pink lighting, that it transforms her into something that you could see yourself jacking off in front of. You're wrong. You must always remember the body that lies beneath the frame. Okay? You must always remember what that looks like. And if I could take a full daylight photo of her hanging there naked like this, fully butt naked, just hanging there, no shadows, daylight exposing all the folds, you'd be so sickened. It's almost like I want to break into her house and film her naked so I could show you how really it would look like Tony Soprano in the shower if I got the right shot. It would look like Tony Soprano. Who's that guy? He's dead. What's the guy? Anthony Fatino. Tony Soprano. That's what her body looks like. Tony Soprano with red dreadlocks. So any idea that this is this girl sets the night on fire. No. Even Kumia gets tricked. She does this thing that I could see. It does not work on me. I watch it work on you. It's this flirtatious thing that she does, and it works on certain pigs, certain animals.
She knows how to work men.
She's a succubus to men with no self-esteem, men who know they could only get fat chicks. I watched this happen to an old co-host of ours, James Fritz. You'd pull up the hottest chick in the world on Instagram or something. And I don't like that. I like bigger. No. Your mind, your type has been twisted into liking fatter, uglier girls because throughout your life, those were the girls that you could get. So your brain starts tricking you into thinking that that's what you're actually attracted to. It's not what you're attracted to. It's just what you're most comfortable with. And they forget about that. So if you give Chrissy Marr a compliment, which I watch her get daily, you're a sinner and you're going to God's hell. Okay? So he's talking about Chrissy Marr. Apparently, Chrissy Marr was at the insurrection. And I could tell you why I think she was there. She denies that she was there. Kevin Brennan says she was there and that the FBI came to Compound Media asking around about her. I believe she was there because she denies it, similar to the way she denies stealing Christmas presents, which I know she admitted to doing. The whole reason she's on this show is because we caught her telling a story about how she stole Christmas presents from some family who was sitting at the table next to them at the Compound Media Christmas dinner. She stole thousands of dollars worth of clothing and bragged about it. And then when we pointed out that that was terrible, she pretends that it never happened. She's the Josh Denny of women. Same hair, same bod. And the way she claims, and you'll see this coming up on In Hot Water, she claims she wasn't at the insurrection. It's the same thing. She was so excited to go. She was one of the leaders of this insurrection. And then when it turned out that it was bad to be there and you're going to go to jail, now she was never there. Now it's a lie. And she's pretty pissed off about it. I didn't even know that about her. I guarantee she was there. She was the medic. She was the nurse. She was dressed in a nurse costume with
like
a first aid,
World War II nurse.
Like a World War II nurse. And she's, fixing people up and giving blowjobs to the guys on the horses. All right, let's hear this. Kevin Brennan going after Chrissy Marr. I know a big way to go for this little segment, but it's worth it. These guys are top fucking fool. Here you go.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
They haven't come out with a new album in about 2 decades.
You're gonna love this.
Well, yeah, they say
anyway. And then yesterday, Chrissy Marr calls me because I guess I'd asked Geno on the air. I said, hey, is it true that the FBI came to Compound Media because they want to talk to Chrissy Mayer, and then and I think Garrett got on.
Here we go.
Garrett was like, "No, that's not true." But I didn't. I had heard from my sources that, but it makes sense. Chrissy was in whatchamacallit. I'm sure I saw videos where she was either there the night before or that day.
Whoa, wait. Kevin Brennan saw videos where Chrissy Marr was at the Capitol.
People are saying, Mike, she was there. She was on the phone with In Hot Water that day during the episode. She
my
said
God.
She was climbing up scaffolding.
Oh, my God. And now that it's so illegal and everyone hated it, she denies it, and you'll hear her deny it. So I was right. She lied about being there just like she lied about stealing the clothes. Guys, the quartering, the lawyer, wake up, Sheila Aliens. It's time. Expose her, Sheila Aliens, or else I'm fucking coming for you. I'm going to make sure your kids are in a mental institute. Sheila Aliens. Seriously.
What an enigma.
Oh, yeah, an enigma. That'll be the death of me, the Sheila Aliens. Please. This Chrissy Marr is the Josh Denny of conservative talk. She's the Josh. And if you stick up for her just because she's teamed up with your boneheaded side, I will spit on you for all eternity.
She's making videos. She's in DC. She goes to DC a lot. Whenever there's a fucking right-wing rally,
really?
She goes.
She goes to DC a lot whenever there's a right-wing rally. See how she's trying to... She doesn't even believe this shit, but she sees how easy it is. If you're a girl and you pander to these right-wing guys, it's very easy to get a giant audience of payers, right? They have very few women to pick from. And Lauren Southern, she won't give it up to these people, but Chrissy Marr, for $10, will probably do a late-night hand job Skype with you. She'll probably let you masturbate on cam in front of her for $10. She's probably got a whole thing going on. And that guy, that boyfriend of hers, is a big pimp. He pimps her out.
Why would the FBI? And she put it on her social media to try to get fans or whatever. And then and Proud Boys started complimenting. So the FBI doesn't need a lot of connecting the dots to be like, hey, wow. maybe she did something.
I wouldn't put it past her boyfriend for putting that story out there because he thinks we constantly need to be talking about her.
That boyfriend of hers, I don't know his name. Guys. Frank.
Not Frank D'Angelo.
Not Frank D'Angelo.
It's Frank
D
something Italian.
He's literally a giant issue in America. Like, he really should be behind bars. Frank, he's a pimp. He's a pusher. He's a liar. And it's very weird. This whole group of people have decided to Josh Denny style lie their way through life. They've figured out that you can flat out lie at every turn and make any type of adjustment lie that you need to get through the day and get through the week and carve your way through this social media hell that you're doing. They really have figured that out. It's crazy. It used to be like if you got caught telling one untruth, you were finished. And now it's like a day-to-day squirm, lie, just lie, patch it up, throw another lie Band-Aid on that, keep moving, keep squirming. And it ultimately doesn't matter because these guys, like I said, in that Sheila Aliens screenshot with all those are the worst human beings on the planet. They'll lie their way through reality to make it to the next day, to feel like they fit in or have friends or need money. I'm writing a book about it. It'll come out in a few years.
He likes stirring shit up.
He's winning again then. He won again. We're talking about her. No, but she called up and she's like, Kevin. She called up when I was in the hot water. She's like, Kevin, don't you have better things to do than start rumors about me? I'm like, not really. And also, I'm not starting rumors. I'm trying to confirm a rumor that I heard. So she got defensive, and I was like, okay, what are you going to do? You're going to beat me up with your fake tits? So, so it was a good day. I had a good day. I just had a good day. And then they wanted me to do Red Bar. So all these Red Bar.
And then they wanted me to do Red Bar. How about that, huh? All of these. And then they wanted me to do Red Bar. So Dave Landau gets fired. Kevin Brennan, who left Compound Media after several severe fights about money, co-host, power, fame. Remember, he wasn't on good terms with Cumia either. Kevin Brennan ran over to the In Hot Water Studios. Imagine being in New York, being so bored that you need to be on a podcast. So he shows up to In Hot Water unannounced after hearing Dave Landau was fired. And he gets on In Hot Water. And then right after In Hot Water ends, he jumps on Cumia. And him and Cumia haven't spoken, I don't think, in quite some time. He jumps on there and co-hosts Cumia just because he says he wants to. We got clips from that, too. You're going to love them. But listen to this. And then they wanted me on Red Bar.
People are calling me up and they go, "Hey, Red Bar wants His Highness will see you now." Red Bar.
That'd be interesting.
Now that you brought him the scalp of Dave Landau, you brought him the Wicked Witch. You brought his broom. The Wizard of Oz will see you now.
I love this. Your Highness will see you now. The Wizard of Oz will see you now. So that's how I'm thought of by these guys. They're sitting at home and they hear, "Hey, Red Bar would like to have you on." And they interpret it as, and they're right, "Oh, your Highness is ready. Come on. He's demanded you come on the show." Listen to that. The Wizard of Oz. I like that. Not the reveal of the Wizard of Oz. But I like that. I actually Googled this. Wizard of Oz green guy. I want to set this whole thing up. Gold curtains, fire machines, smoke machines, me as a giant green head or something. Or am I thinking of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers? I like this. So listen to this. He expands.
Because he's got a smoke machine and he's got fancy, he can do echo just like the Wizard of Oz. So he approves of you now. So please call in
some more.
and accept his wizardry. And I was like, what? First of all, he just shit on me 2 weeks ago because I don't even accept it. I was forced to take stimulus from the government because I have a fucking family.
He's still on this thing about taking that check. And he claims it's because he has a family and not because he falls under this poverty line or something like that. That's not how it works. There are many people who have families that don't need government checks to keep them running. You don't think I have a family? People always go, "Oh, he doesn't have a family." I got a family. I got 7 black kids. They're the biggest mistake. I wouldn't wish them on my worst enemies. Prove that I don't. Prove that there's not 7 fucking black kids running around this house driving me nuts. So the next time somebody says, "Oh, he doesn't have any kids," nope, he's got 7 fucking black kids. They don't know where he's from. They're driving him berserk. He wants to kill every last one of them, but he can't because it's illegal. That's what you say. So, I don't have any kids.
So they send me a check. Should I send it back, Red Bar? You have a family, Red Bar? You have little Red Bars running around?
Yes, I do.
Oh, shit.
And again, prove I don't. Just because I don't post a bunch of pictures of the hobo kids in the bathtub showing their fucking tiny-ass nipples to the world with their terrible bodies and their pale white guts. My kids are fucking dark. You can't see them online. It would look like Vibe magazine. It would be so dark and racy if I showed you what my kids look like. I keep them offline. They're not for you to jack off to. They're not porn stars. So, yeah. Prove that I don't have a bundle. Maybe that's where I am all week, tending to these kids. My slave children. My 7 mighty slaves. My gooks. Why can't I have a bunch of kids? Maybe me and Jules tricked the adoption people into getting us 7 kids. And I make them, they're my chain gang children.
They just opened the gate. The kids ran out. We picked them up.
The kids ran out. I cut off all their feet, and now they're attached to a chain, powering my house with a simple row. It's a water-powered electricity that could never go out as long as the kids keep working. And these kids have strong muscles. They were born that way. So spread that.
Do you have a family, Red Bar?
Oh, fuck. Yes. Here it goes.
Red Bar, if you got a check from the government, you would send it back? I don't even know if that's legal to send it back. And who to send it back to? The U.S. The Franklin Mint? Hey, I don't need this money. I'm Red Bar.
You should have him on your show.
No, people are like, you got to call in. Red Bar is requesting you. His Highness.
Let's say
they were just shitting on me fucking for the last 2 weeks. Red Bar will see you now, sir.
Yes.
By the way, I love how this label.
Look at that. So he interprets it. That's how you're supposed to interpret it. You're supposed to not be a bitch. If people were summoning me, oh, this guy wants you, and this has happened, I flat out decline. I'm not there at somebody's beck and call. I don't do interviews, by the way. Did you know that about me? Because I'm like that guy. Who's that guy? Ozzy Osbourne. I don't do interviews, okay? Who's that other guy? He's similar to Ozzy Osbourne. What's that guy's name? He's similar to him. He's got the dark circles under his eyes. What is that guy's name? Alice in Chains? What is his name? Alice Cooper. I'm like Alice Cooper. I don't do interviews. I've earned the respect of many. So I like that Kevin goes, no, I'm not going to be his bitch. I'm not going to be there at his beck and call, Your Highness. You got it right. But what I wanted to say is it doesn't got to be like that. I understand. That's pretty disrespectful. So, Kevin, how about you come on your own terms today, now, and I promise it's not going to be where I make fun of you. I'm trying to make a friend here. How remarkable. Imagine me and you. I'm not going to pick on you at all. We'll just talk shit about some of our common enemies. We'll bond. We'll be friendly. Imagine how smiley everyone would be watching that. They'd be smiling. Oh, isn't this great? And let me tell you something. It's not something that I want. It's not something that anybody wants. It's just something different that we haven't done. So to have you on would just be a little tiny thing that's a little bit different. So come on. Stop with the arguing. If you could do In Hot Water, you could do... I'm almost insulted now to the point where you need to be on. I can't get Kevin Brennan on after demanding for 3 weeks. We got a big problem in podcasting, if that's the truth. You need to come on now, or else. Let's hear some more.
YouTube channel has become just the best of Red Bar now.
I don't care what they do, but I'm saying that now it's supposed to jump.
So they had a YouTube channel that was covering them, like a clip channel that was covering their best of moments. Listen to what he says about that YouTube channel now. Apparently, we've got this huge crossover thing going on just because I mentioned them a few times and their listeners are so low that they've put the two together as if it's... Listen to this.
I love how the dislabeled YouTube channel has become just the best of Red Bar now.
I don't care what they do, but I'm saying...
So this YouTube channel that used to cover him has become the best of Red Bar channel now. How embarrassing is that?
Sorry.
You're very similar to Tim Dillon's little man that sits there with the glasses.
Really?
The same look on your face. I like that. Maybe Jules should be off to the side on a computer like Tim Dillon's. Let's set up our show just like Tim Dillon's, and Jules could constantly be on a computer fixing her glasses.
My Jewel.
By the way, that guy on Tim Dillon's show, I don't know if you ever seen the movie Dusk Till Dawn with George Clooney and Quentin Tarantino. In the movie, George Clooney is constantly covering for his psychotic brother, Quentin Tarantino, who like goes through these psychotic spells where he kills people. So like they're just bank robbers, right? But sometimes when the Quentin Tarantino character is all alone, he gets rapey and killy. And then what's his name comes in? George Clooney comes in and clean up the whole mess and go, what the fuck are you doing? You know, and it's a big... That's Tim Dillon and his partner. It's the same. That guy with the glasses is constantly raping and killing people, and then Tim's cleaning up these Airbnbs, covering it with beans and fish sticks to cover up the blood and bone. How about that? Once we reach 1,000 fans, Jules will be right next to me with the glasses.
1,000 fans.
Yeah.
True fans.
Right now, I think I only have 560 fans total. And the rest are all crazy. So once we reach 1,000, imagine a show at this level. Once we reach 1,000 fans, Jules will be on there with the glasses. And we got to get those same glasses. You got to get the same haircut as him. Somebody says, yuck. Have Tim Dillon on the show. He refuses to do it because he hates straights. These monsters couldn't handle seeing Jules. Wow. Speak for yourself. Wow, just worked. Hasn't for the last hour.
Oh, yeah. Yes. This guy has been going.
You're an idiot. You're poor.
The video won't work. And then
it works. It works for everybody. It's just you. The chat works. It's just you. These people. Does anyone have problems logging? It's like, just figure out how to work the internet first, and all these things will come to you after. Mike, I'm a true fan. Someone says, yeah, right. This show has barely any fans. Listen to this.
Like, I'm saying that now I'm supposed to jump. And then I'm assuming Kumi doesn't even speak to Red. I'm assuming Kumi doesn't like Red Bar still. So I'm going to do Kumi a show. And then I'm going to jump right to Red Bar like a bitch.
Wow. So
like a Dave Landau, Brian McCarthy.
He did Kumia's show the day I was demanding him to be on our show. So he says, well, Kumia doesn't like Red Bar, so I'm not going to go on Red Bar because then Kumia would be like, what if it done? Why are you trying to be Kumia's little baby?
I know.
You think Kumia's like on the up and up? Like he's going to start taking off again?
He owns
Kevin,
you now?
Get over Kumia. This is a poor man. He can't afford to move. He has no co-host, no skin. You got to get over this Kumia, everybody. I'm bigger than Kumia now. Come to me for your fake ass clout. I think these people get swayed into this network thing. If you build a fake network and build a room that looks like a studio, they all think, oh, I'm on a network. You're not on a network. It's not real.
McCarthy. Hey, you know what? I'm going to move the needle. I'm going to do Kumia. Kumia could have told me to go fuck myself when I showed up yesterday.
Yeah, what was his reaction?
He could have told E-Rock, throw him out. Because he knew.
And again, we're only playing this because we love mentions. Any mention, I love. I'll play every mention we get.
I was on In Hot Water because he said one of my buddies.
This gets good.
He said one of his buddies was texting him like Kevin was going in hard on Dave Landau. So he knew I was there already. So I asked him that he didn't ask me to do his show. I asked him to be on his show. So now I'm supposed to go on Red Bar, even though I'm assuming they still have bad blood. Because His Highness is requesting my presence.
Wasn't Red Bar on Compound Media at one point?
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah. And then they didn't.
You knew about
whatever.
that?
I didn't even know how he was supposed to do the show from Chicago. He was going to do Compound Media show, or he's going to fly in, or he don't live in New York, so it was probably going to be a tricky situation anyway. But people kept texting me or DMing me. He will see you now, sir.
Yes.
What an honor! What an honor! And then I would look like a bitch. One thing I learned with these guys, I'm talking about Kumia now. Don't be a bitch. Like when I quit there. Opie tweeted one day. He goes, "Kevin Brennan's on my show tomorrow." It was an old clip he was using. Kumia texted me. He goes, "You did Opie's show?" I go,
"Listen,
nope, this is the first I'm hearing about it." But basically, to me, that read, don't do Opie's show. I know you don't work here anymore, but you were an employee of mine. We're friendly.
Over there.
It's probably not a great idea to do Opie's show. And I read it loud and clear. I didn't work there anymore, but I don't need to be a bitch. I don't need to be a Brian McCarthy. Hey, you know what? I'm going to move the needle. I used to work at Anthony's show. Now I'm going to do Opie's show. Wouldn't that be Reggie? I'm like Tim Fat Fuck Dillon. I'm edgy. I'm not gay or fat.
So look at that. So Kumia, there's a lot here. Kumia got a little bent out of shape that he would do Opie's show. That's a pretty big giant. Then he makes fun of big fat Tim Dillon. They don't like Tim Dillon out there in New York because he doesn't associate with them. See that?
Yeah, but I'm edgy. Ooh, I'm over here now. I'm over here. Thanks for the opportunity, Red Bar. It's just like, come on, man. I'm not a bitch. I'm your bitch. I'm just going to come over to your show.
You don't got to think of it that way. I promise. I'm not going to treat you awful here. You see how nice I treated Nerd City on the show? I wanted to fucking kill him. You see how nice I treated L.I. Alexander? That guy, he's like a terrorist. Kevin, you could come on the show. You're going to get huge. How about this? You come on the show, we'll give you $500,000. You'll be able to give your kids as much milk as they crave.
Joe, because you requested me.
How about this? You come on the show or I'll have somebody kidnap your kids. Old school 80s kidnapping. I'll have them in the back of a trunk. You give money to get them back or you come on to get them back.
Do you shit on me the last 2 weeks because I took a fucking stimulus from the government because I have a fucking family?
I wonder what hour they're going to play
this. I wonder what hour they're going to play this in. Oh, did you know he drinks for 9 hours and everybody loves it? Yeah, he's good. This Kevin Brennan stuff is starting to get ridiculous here. You must come on.
Too many mentions.
Too many mentions. That's TMM.
Yes.
I'm going to start the TMM network. Too many mentions. All right, let's finish this up. We've got him on In Hot Water,
and Xander sent me the actual clip of Chrissy saying she was at the insurrection.
Oh, let's play that. Can you send that over?
Yeah.
We got some exciting stuff here. And I'm going to do a song. We got some new, we're going to try something new here. I'm going to do a little song. And this is, doesn't reflect how I feel about the world at all. It's a really lame song, but we haven't really figured anything out, and we just wanted to show you some new stuff.
Go to your Facebook messages.
Facebook messages. Okay, here we go.
Is there one for me?
Jules David. Wow.
No.
The Queen. This one?
Yep.
All right. Let's expand. And oh, wow, it's Geno of the In Hot Water show wearing this bandana. I mean, he really couldn't look stupider. He wears these giant bandanas like Spencer Vibes. And he's got this curly hair. I don't know if he's wearing it because he's like receding. You know, I always said he looks like Monk, USA's Monk, or that guy from Wings. He wears the cheap JCPenney's $70 sport coat. Never been dry cleaned. You know, this is a guy, I've seen him put his sport coat in the quarter machine down at the basement of his despicable Harlem apartment, and he'll wash it on gentle, and then he'll hang dry his sport coat and try to iron out the wrinkles with a hairdryer. And then he'll put on the most lousy T-shirts you've ever seen. Some people, I hate it. I'll be wearing a darker cardigan on the show and a T-shirt underneath, which is a fine pairing, and people would be going, oh man, look at this douche with the sport coat and the T-shirt. I'm not wearing a sport coat and a T-shirt ever. One time I wore a corduroy shirt opened. A corduroy maroon wine colored shirt opened with a T-shirt, and I was getting accused of wearing the sport coat T-shirt look. Yes.
By who?
Some people are so stupid that they think anything with a T-shirt under it got to be a sport coat. And I can't have you thinking that I would ever wear something like that. So let's see what Geno does. Let's see. Oh, this is Chrissy Marr calling in from the insurrection.
Apparently so. Thanks to Xander for this.
So, and then we're going to see her lie about this. Okay, so we got a couple things going on. The Brendan, what's his name?
Brandon. Kevin Brennan?
Kevin Brennan and Chrissy Marr and Geno. Okay, let's hear all of this.
And I'm telling, this was my point.
Just talk less.
Hey, it's fucking crazy here.
There you go.
That's her.
Lines up all over the country.
She's calling from the insurrection, thinking in these QAnon people's heads. And believe me, Chrissy is QAnon. She is. In their heads during the insurrection, they assumed that like all of America was rooting them on and that they were killing it. and that they were going to be so amazing and everyone, they're legendary, they're epic. They didn't realize everyone, including people who like Trump, were watching at home in horror, watching them destroy everything sane about our reality. So Chrissy, you could hear she's on cloud 9 calling during the insurrection, not realizing the whole world hates it. Even people on her side hate it. And then she's going to deny it the next day. We're going to hear the denial coming up. Let's hear the truth.
And I'm telling, this was my point.
Just talk less.
Hey, it's fucking crazy here.
There you go.
Are, like, lines up all over the Capitol building. There's, like, easily a million people here.
A million people. Did you hear what she said? There's easily a million people here. That's how stupid these people are. How many people there are? A few thousand? There's easily a million people here. So in Chrissy's mind, because she's in these bubbles, she thinks most of America believes Tom Hanks eats babies. She believes most of America thinks Trump is great. That's how lost they've become. That's where that confidence comes in when you see Sheila Aliens and the lawyer. In their world, this is most of the world. And then we're just fighting this tiny group of terrible liberals. There are a million people here, she says.
There's, like, easily a million people here. They're climbing up the construction scaffolding.
There are easily a million people here at the insurrection. That would be terrifying, a million of them. That's what it makes us think. It makes us think we watch this on TV, and even they watch it. They think it's the whole, that represents the whole world. All right, then what did the Women's March represent? Which was about, 10 billion times bigger. You know, was the Women's March everyone in America? Because you had an excuse for that one.
The Capitol building, and into a radio, they stopped it at
You're going in and out.
like protesters.
Obama.
Let me ask you this. How did people decide to start storming the Capitol? Were you there? Did they say, hey, let's fucking go? Or, oh, my God, they fucking, they're ratifying, they're certifying the votes. Let's go. What was the impetus for storming the building?
Yeah,
And is Tina Forte okay? Is Tina?
Aaron Berg, always there to ruin these clips.
Is the band okay?
Always there to ruin these clips. It's Aaron Berg has this thing where he wants to yell a repeated phrase over and over and over. It's almost to get red bar. It's like red bar repellent. It keeps us from showing these clips.
It works.
If I ever see you, Aaron Berg, I will end you.
This for storming the building.
Yeah,
And is Tina Forte okay? Is Tina all right?
I haven't heard from her. I haven't heard from Tina all afternoon. It was planned. It was planned for 1 p.m. We were in the Capitol building, and
It was planned. It was planned. Something the Capitol. It was planned. She's really having a great time. This is her Lollapalooza, and she knows the band. She's at a festival, and she knows a few of the bands. She's having see, this is why these nerds do it, too. They've never had the time of their life. These nerds who are doing these battles of Berkeley and the insurrection, they've never been invited to a large group, a large gathering in their whole life. So now that they have, they're meeting guys, they're meeting girls.
at 11, he finally got the stage at like around 12, and he spoke for about an hour, and he was, he knew the schedule. He was like, all right, well, we're all going to march to the Capitol building after this. And it got real cold, so people started marching early. But it's nuts. They just did a huge flag drop over the side of the Capitol building on this construction scaffolding. And I actually am calling you guys from on top of a roof. I'm
calling you guys from on top of a roof. Is it of a building you own? You trespassed onto a government building. Any building in D.C. is a government building. That's how I look at it.
Same.
You're on the roof at the Capitol. Maybe this should be
on the top of the dome.
Listen to this.
And I actually am calling you guys from on top of a roof. I climbed on top of
I think the reception would be better.
I climbed up this, when they have construction and they make a little office, makeshift office. I climbed.
And I'm telling you.
Wow, there it is. So she climbed up scaffolding.
Scaffolding.
Remember that? Onto a roof. And now, because the insurrection is looked at as bad, she's going to deny it.
And the FBI heard all that? That's funny.
Let's watch these two clips, and you'll hear this. And then, hey, the FBI, I could tell you about how she stole Christmas presents. That should be a mix. If you've stolen Christmas presents and went to the Capitol that day, then we should take you in. Here you go.
What happened? Yeah.
Why he
walking on
Let's watch this one. Oh, yeah. Okay, hold on a second.
You guys are leaving Patreon. You're moving.
Here we go.
What happened? Yeah.
Why he
walking on eggshells.
A lot of rumors that you guys are leaving Patreon. You're moving. All kinds of shit.
All right, so now we cut to In Hot Water. It's a separate day, and it's Kevin Brennan. Some really cool black guy on the right. I think that could be Busta Rhymes. And then Aaron Berg in Geno's hosting seat. And Aaron really feels powerful when Geno's out sick. And he hosts. He's like, wow, I will punt you through those football things. I cannot wait to take down Aaron Berg in a physical fight. Huh? Can't wait. Come to Chicago, little Air. Come to Chicago, little Aaron. All right, watch this.
What happened? Yeah.
Why he
walking on eggshells.
There's a lot of rumors that you guys are leaving Patreon. You're moving. All kinds of shit.
I like that you're so in touch with what we're doing.
No, I just people tell me what's going on.
This is why he doesn't sleep at night.
With what we're doing.
I'm watching Red Bar, and he seems to know everything.
Whoa! I'm watching Red Bar, and he seems to know everything. And then Aaron sees this. Aaron knows that this Red Bar is smarter and cuter than all these people he hangs out with. He knows. He wishes he was over here. If we were popular, So listen to this.
He knows everything.
He knew about Dave Landau.
Did he?
Yeah,
What happened?
Yeah, boy.
Boy.
He was telling everybody.
I like him. He's got a good show.
For real?
Yeah.
Lie.
People were telling.
I was going to go on a show once, but it just got jumbled. He's
Lies.
like, come on. And I was like, hey, we just landed in Chicago. We're here. But he didn't get back to me in time.
You see the clip where he canceled Geno's spot at the Laugh Factory in Chicago?
That's
Black
funny.
guy.
No.
He called in as G goes, I'm Geno Disconte. Crank call to the lady. Yeah. She goes, okay, I'll take him off the schedule.
I'm doing that to people. Fuck that shit. That's hilarious.
You knew Geno was going to be.
Oh, that's hilarious, said the black guy. Something I did the black guy thinks is hilarious. That's all I need to know.
That does sound hilarious.
Imagine.
I don't remember that.
Call him the Laugh Factor. Now, I might do something that might not be looked.
Thank you for calling the world famous Laugh Factory. How can I help you?
Yeah, it's Geno Disconte. I'm going to be performing there tonight.
Say again.
It's Geno Disconte. I'm going to be performing there tonight.
Yeah, how can I help you, sir?
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to make it in.
Okay, I'll let the booking manager know.
Thanks. You can give away my spot.
What was the last name again?
Disconte.
Okay, got you, no problem.
Thanks a lot. Let him know I won't be showing up.
Okay, I will.
Thanks.
No problem.
Well, there you go. Oh, shit. Hey, it's just Geno. It's just Geno. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that to anyone else. I feel like that's allowed with Geno.
Sound hilarious.
Imagine,
I don't remember that,
when I talk about your guys' shows, I don't start dying laughing about how great they are. I've never seen this where every enemy that brings us up now, they fall into this thing reminiscing about the great time they had while watching their coverage. Really, this is what's happening now. Our show is so good, apparently, that even when you're being covered, you can't help but fall in love. How interesting.
I'm doing that to people. Fuck that shit. That's hilarious.
He knew Geno was going to be in town. You guys were doing one of your special stand-up shows in Chicago, and he knew Geno was going to be in town. And the lady canceled him. She's like, okay, I'll let him know.
I'll let him know.
I mean, a lady who answers the phone during the afternoon, she doesn't give a shit.
No, and it's like...
She's 22 and she's dumb as cunt.
Yeah, you're like, why does Geno sound sober? And that'd be...
Yeah, no, but So it was fun.
So your new album, is it all newer stuff?
Yeah, it was like... I have COVID stuff because anyway, I had some funny COVID stuff.
Yeah.
And then and I
an hour of COVID material.
No, I had some funny COVID stuff. So I was
okay. That's the end of that clip. Okay, let's hear this Chrissy Marr part, huh?
Yes, and Xander also sent me a tweet of her at the insurrection with video.
Xanalytics. Let's play this. Here is Chrissy Marr and Geno mentioning Red Bar. Kevin mentions that Aaron Berg is a fan. It's just very funny to hear this stuff. I like this stuff. This pumps me up. So Geno is now on Skype, and it looks like he's at Aspen. He's enjoying some skiing, snowboarding. And let's hear what happens here.
You didn't know what 8 times 6 was. He's back?
Kevin, you know why we're walking on eggshells? Because one of the fans that you keep supporting is an absolute fucking... that keeps calling people out by the name of Joe Exotic, and he reported us, and he literally went on Patreon on the Reddit and tried to get us canceled. So keep supporting pieces of shit.
So I guess Kevin was saying some fan is hilarious, but this fan that he's mentioning is somebody who always fucks with Geno. So Geno is now yelling at Kevin saying, stop supporting this fan. He hates us.
The fans that you keep supporting is an absolute fucking that keeps calling people out by the name of Joe Exotic, and he reported us, and he literally went on Patreon on the Reddit and tried to get us canceled. So keep supporting pieces of shit like that.
He just said he likes Red Bar.
No, Kevin, I'm just telling you once, I love you, but tread lightly because you're supporting like that.
Okay? You support Dave
from
Australia.
Okay.
Kevin, that's it. I'm in the middle of a ski trip.
Fight him, Geno!
Yeah, I can't wait. Geno, get back here already, nigga.
Look how Geno was quiet the whole time.
He's mad at you now.
All right, Geno.
Gene, hang on. Gene.
Because when someone you care about and respect fucking goes the wrong way and says, oh, this guy's great, he's a piece of shit that tried to cancel your friend. Just remember that.
That ass.
Just fucking remember what you support, and you give him shout out.
Geno's got a lot of these headbands. Where is he getting these? Whole Foods?
So many colors.
So many colors, and they're all, they're really bad. It's almost like a do-rag with a hole in the top.
They're saying that the person that Geno's talking about is Size on Z, the person who's trying to get him canceled on Reddit or whatever.
Wow, Size on Z does try to get a lot of people canceled. That guy's a menace.
He sneaks around.
He sneaks around. He's always doing. Imagine a day in the life of Size on Z, just going around his little neighborhood. He's doing all these things. Imagine the little incident Size on Z gets into with the guy at the post office and the little food stand where he gets his Fritos. All right, so Geno is screaming mad at Brennan, and I think we're going to get brought up again.
It's because he's such a good guy. He's a piece of shit. Okay,
I don't say anybody's a good guy. I say people are what they are. I can't control people's behavior.
All right.
No one's asking you to, but the more you sit there and
you go to the Benedict's across the street, Benedict Arnold's every fucking day with Bill Schultz. Bill Schultz, he sent all my shit to Patreon. I said the N-word on this show. He sent on the Free Speech Network. He took it and he sent it to Patreon. So fuck you, Geno. Drive into a tree.
Drive into a tree.
Real quick.
Black guys they love white surprises. Black guys. Like this. Anytime a white says something that the black universe has not said yet, they blow, dive into a tree! Because in the black world, that's not one of their phrases. They don't get too literal. Like, black people kind of have, if it wasn't in a song and in a rap song and then, trickled down to them, it's not really a phrase they should be saying.
They have their own things.
They have their own things. And when they hear a white phrase that they never heard, oh my God, I can't believe. Then you're too black if you can't believe it. You've only been hanging around blacks if you can't believe that.
Geno, hang on. We have a call. It's Chrissy Mayer regarding the FBI investigating her. Go ahead, Chrissy.
So Kevin Brennan, I guess, I don't know if it was on earlier on this show, Kevin Brennan goes, yeah, the FBI was here looking for Chrissy Ma. And Chrissy, just like how she doesn't like to bring up about the stolen clothes thing, you know, we've heard her deny that now. People go, Chrissy, Red Bar said you stole these clothes. What's up with that? It's a total lie. I don't know where he's getting this. It's a story she told. So now you're going to see that here with the insurrection. She went to the insurrection, thought it was a ball, climbed up on the building. Kevin told everyone about it, that the FBI is now looking into her. And now this is what she says. Listen to this. This is dark and dirty.
Oh, hang on. We have a call. It's Chrissy Mayer regarding the FBI investigating her. Go ahead, Chrissy.
Kevin, why are you telling people the FBI came to see me?
I'm clearing up rumors. That's what I heard. I heard the FBI came to Compound Media to talk to you because you were at the January 6th Capitol
You
surge.
heard it or you created it because you don't have enough going on in your own life.
Boom, boom, shots fired. Yo, shots.
And you need to make up stuff like Red Bar, she says, as they're all yelling boom, boom, oh. And look at Kevin Brennan's face. Look at, she goes, or are you just making stuff up like Red Bar?
Feels good, right, Kevin?
Like Red Bar. This is the face someone makes when they like the decisions they've made. Even Aaron Berg. Look at Aaron Berg. He likes this. So here's Chrissy, and this is despicable, huh? To lie about this now? We got the call. You were there. You climbed up. And now that it's pretty illegal, you're trying to bury the truth. I'm going to send all of these tapes edited to the FBI.
Oh, boom, boom, shots fired. Yo, shots fired. Man down, man down.
I didn't know I was going to get roasted.
Answer the question, Kevin.
I did it. I'll show you the DM. Let's meet somewhere.
That sounds very shady.
I don't care if it's what
Send
form
her the
it's in.
DM.
I don't start any rumors. I mind my own business, and people, and
basically what she wants to say, but she's too stupid to work this out, is shut the fuck up. Why are you telling people? I could get in trouble. Shut the fuck up. Stop talking. Don't tell people that I was there now. I'm trying to bury that. That's what she's trying to say. But she's so dumb and she's so evil and she's so conniving that it's easier to explain it as this doesn't exist. This is a lie. This is Kevin Brennan with a lie because she's in the corner now. She's stuck between a rock and a jail cell.
I'll show you the DM. Let's meet somewhere.
That sounds very shady.
I don't care if it's what
Send
form
her the
it's in.
DM.
I didn't start. I don't start any rumors. I mind my own business, and people, and whatever, and me in the rumors. They get me intertwined. They get me
then don't
intertwined.
repeat them because that's making it bigger.
What's that?
Oh, see?
Don't repeat them because it makes
I'm repeating it here. Nobody watches this show.
people watch this show.
Yeah, this is hilarious. We've gone completely off the rails.
Chrissy, I love you. I hope
Wet spot here. We got Geno on vacation.
Who came? The CIA? Who came?
Nobody.
Wow.
Nobody. I gotta go. I
I was
gotta
never inside the building.
See, they came. Somebody came and asked around. And even Kevin goes, well, who came? And they're like, no one came. Because they've been instructed, no, that's very bad. We can't let people think we're being investigated.
Rails.
Chrissy, I love you. I hope
Wet spot here. We got Geno on vacation.
Who came? The CIA?
Wait.
Who came?
No.
Do we have an anti-insurrectionist in the chat? Look at this guy. He goes, insurrection. There are some people out there.
No, I think that they're going insurrectionist,
Oh, okay.
like she's guilty.
But there are some people out there. When I call it the insurrection, they get all bent out of shape.
Everybody's on your side.
No, I know,
don't
but there
worry.
are some people out there that still think, dude, you think you believe in the insurrection? Come on. It's like, no, we all believe in that.
I think those guys are all long gone.
They're not. I'm telling you.
I could be wrong.
There are people that are like Sheila Aliens probably thinks there was no insurrection and that there was a peaceful, nice day and that this was all a media hoax. All right, let's hear some more.
Nobody.
Nobody.
I gotta go. I gotta get
I
the
was never
train.
inside the building. I just think you're better than being like a mini Red Bar. I think you have more to talk about than to like
Look at Geno.
lies.
Geno, you owe me $40, nigga.
I'm just clearing up rumors. I don't start any rumors.
More than that, we'll talk.
This Red Bar is really taking stride here. Everybody's talking about it. It's a 1 day a week show where I just say a few things. And they're really clenching onto this.
Geno is flat broke. Geno ain't got no money. Flat broke. He's always looking so damn crummy. Flat broke Geno.